Welcome back. According to the National Park Service, there are more than 2,600 historical landmark sites across the U.S. The designation not only preserves history, but can often fuel economic redevelopment around the historic areas. CBS News correspondent Katie Weiss reports that some sites are being rejected due to changes in the Trump administration priorities.
So this is the date, 16th of May, 1845, sale of slave.
Ashley Rogers runs the Whitney Plantation in southern Louisiana. The property, once a slave plantation, is now an educational museum.
So many people feel a sense of reverence in the fact that they're walking on the exact ground that these people walked on.
Whitney is one of more than 600 historical sites seated along Great River Road. The byway stretches 11 miles following the winding path of the Mississippi River. It's also home to a community that's been fighting industry development for decades.
It means everything to me to try to preserve this place for future generations.
A major win for protection came last summer when a comprehensive report found that formerly enslaved farmers cultivated this land. As a result, the region was eligible to receive the coveted National Landmark title. But since President Trump took office, the project has been halted.
We found out on the news. This was not information that was shared with any members. We found out the same way everyone else found out.
The National Park System Advisory Board, which designates historic landmarks nationwide, was just dissolved, halting all applications.
And across the entire National Park Service agency, about 13% of employees have been pushed out since January. Sources say it's a loss of up to 3,000 workers. Here in New Orleans, a National Historic Park honoring jazz music has lost half its staff already.
These historic places matter to people.
Carol Quillen is the president and CEO of the National Trust for Historic Preservation, one of many groups fighting against drastic budget cuts and low staffing at national parks and historic sites.
We are concerned when the infrastructure that supports preservation activities is dismantled in such a way so that we can't quite figure out how these activities are going to happen now.
The National Park Service says employees may need to take on additional responsibilities. The White House says it's ensuring government efficiency and restoring, quote, truth and sanity to depictions of American history.
What do you say to critics who would say, well, is this really worth the government's money to designate this area as a National Historic Landmark?
It's a cynical view to think that we can't spend any government money on things that bring us joy and learning. There are very few places in this country where you can even hear this story, let alone in the place where it happened.
The challenge to preserve history forges on. Katie Weiss, CBS News, Wallace, Louisiana.
Well, circling back to the forecast, we are